With the possible transfer of Mbappe to any of the five clubs with enough money to afford him and not go bankrupt, Real Madrid will not just wait by while other clubs pull together their best contract offers to hand in to Monaco for the young winger. Real Madrid are at this moment offering clubs players they could only dream of having, like they did with James to Bayern. They are selling Kovacic and Vasquez off to regain capital. Just reported by Calciomercato yesterday, the Royal Club has offered star winger Gareth Bale to Chelsea and Man United for the low price of €100 million. This is a clear sign to the competition for Mbappe that Real Madrid will not wait idly by as a talent such as him comes about. They did the same thing with Gareth Bale, and now he will help fund the next Galactico for the club. PSG have just pulled off the crime of the century by stealing future Ballon d'Or winner Neymar from the clutches of Barcelona for a mind-blowing €222 million as seen here in Czech. The club have now set themselves up for a siege on the Champions League title this season after bringing in Dani Alves for free and putting all their attention into buying Neymar and trying to convince Verratti to stay, which they have successfully done. Now, the Parisian club look ready for an assault on the world's most prestigious club competition. With the sale of Neymar to PSG, the club is now on a mission to find players suitable to fill the void left by the Brazilian talisman. Here we go. The rumors have been going on for about a week, and we have Coutinho, Dybala, Dembele, Hazard, Verratti, Di Maria, Dele Alli, all going to Barcelona. Now that would be amazing to have all these attacking players on one team, but Barca will most likely have only one when the season starts. But who? We reported that Coutinho will most likely be, but it's not certain. Messi looks to be running the operation Search for Neymar replacement, and he wants everyone, but has only said he likes Dybala, Coutinho, Di Maria, and Dele Alli. Who would have thought? The club are trying for Hazard, Dembele, Coutinho, and Dybala, with the club offering Juventus Rafinha, Andre Gomes plus money, and they have even upped their own offer a day later yesterday, including Iniesta. For Dybala, now Chelsea have claimed to be helpless in Barcelona's pursuit of Hazard, while Tottenham have made no comment on the links regarding Dele Alli. The season is about a week and a half away for Barcelona. Whoever they choose will most likely be completed in the coming week. 6-time Scudetto winner Stefan Lichtsteiner has been one of the best at his position, only being edged out by PSG's Dani Alves and going on his 7th season with Juventus. The Swiss wingback has been one of the club's most reliable players, even after being demoted to a backup role behind the Brazilian. He has stayed faithful to Old Lady, but now outlets in France are hearing whispers of Lichtsteiner moving back to Lyon. It's rumored that he has agreed terms with Nice and is just waiting for the club to make an official offer to the Bianconeri in order to make his way back to France. With Juve looking at Valencia's Joao Cancelo and Spinazzola, a Juve wingback on loan at Atalanta, this may be the right time for the Swiss Express to leave, as both players are younger and as he continues to age will most likely be limited in playing time to the younger option. With all transfers, the money paid to the club in which the player comes from must be completed first, then the player can move. But there are clubs that have agreements to have the payment made at a later date, but not too much later. The shock transfer of Italy's centre-back Bonucci from Juventus to AC Milan has been official for a few weeks now. The player was sold to the Rossoneri for €45 million. It has been reported that AC Milan now have an issue regarding the acquisition of both Bonucci and former Lazio mid Villa, as the funds that are being used to buy these two are not available and no one knows why. Because of this, there is a scenario in which both players could return to their former clubs, as without the money to buy the players, the clubs will not just let them go and request the players back. In all honesty, this will be fixed and all clubs will get what they want. But it would be a good life for Juve and Lazio at the expense of AC Milan. One of the world's next great players in Paulo Dybala had only used Nike boots. For his entire professional career this had been the case, but up until a point in the 2016-17 season when he stopped wearing the current colorway of the boots he wore, which was the Mercurial Superfly, and would only wear a blacked out model with his personal logo on it. This summer, while on international duty, the 23-year-old Argentine wore a pair of the Adidas X Pure Speed against Brazil. We would see him use these same boots in training in the coming days. Here you can see, against Barcelona, he used a pair of the X17.1, also blacked out. At Juventus training in Boston before the match against PSG, he wore the Puma one in training. It is not certain which brand he will choose, but one thing is, he will not be a Nike athlete next season. As in the match against Tottenham at Wembley a few days ago, he wore the Puma one, which led many to speculate he will choose Puma. It's not really any news of consequence, it's just an interesting thing to see.